Hello, everybody. We are ready for our first tournament. Actually, really exciting. We are here for the first ever Easy Sunday Morning HOTS tournament. I am your host, Jason, and we are actually going on into the draft already, so we're just going to skip straight on down into the draft, and already we're just a little bit off kilter. No big surprise here as we work out all of the kinks to start off the day, but really excited to be here. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got two teams here for you today, two brave souls venturing out into the world of Heroes of the Storm for the Easy Sunday Morning HOTS tournament. We got a little bit of a delay on the stream, so I'll try to check out the chat as we go on along here, but just be forewarned, we are having that minute delay so that keep the competition up here. And we do have two teams that are actually signed up for different divisions. We've got one Masters and one Junior division. So Senior Citizen Discount today came out and signed up for the Masters division, while I'm gonna have to get some practice on this one. La Pastorici? Patisserie. LP is what I'm going to call him for probably the rest of the tournament. But LP came out to sign up for the juniors today. Actually have a little background on this team. They are a bunch of guys that are, well, a group of guys that are mostly new to the game, led by a team captain that's fairly experienced. But they're definitely looking at the junior division today. But they are going to go ahead and scrim for us, give us a couple matches, a best-of-3 series for the afternoon. That should be a lot of fun. So already getting through this draft here, Dragonshire, going to be the first map. Genji and Uther, you know, classic first bans, no big shocker there. And we will see Anubarak as the first pick. So LP deciding to start off strong with a good solid tank. Prioritizing the Anubarak really high, which is something that we've seen quite a lot in this meta. Not a big shocker. Dahaka and Greymane picked up for the side of Senior Citizens Discount. And the Senior Citizens going with a couple of old classics here. Dahaka very, very good on this map for the rotations and the globals to be able to control the macro here on Dragonshire. Greymane, of course, doing a nice job of pretty much fitting into any team comp that he wants, which of course means that always a strong draft pick with his burst damage, his ability to strong engage or burst somebody down lately with that cursed bullet, which we've seen a lot. Now we're going to see Gul'dan and Malfurion coming out here. So the side of LP deciding to go ahead and focus on the wave clear. Malfurion, with his changes lately, not as strong in the healing department as he used to be. However, he is still very, very strong in wave clear. Stronger than ever, in fact. A lot of people going with the wave clear talents 1 through 7 to be able to really empower his Moonfire to get that wave clear going. And nobody does wave clear quite like Gul'dan does it. He's got pretty tremendous wave clear overall. And we do see ban coming up here for the side of Senior Citizens Discount. They're going to go ahead and take out the Malthael. Malthael actually making it through to the second ban phase. That's not something we were going to see a couple weeks ago, but they do end up banning it out here. Not a big shocker. He's still very strong. Not exactly somebody you want on the enemy team, especially if you're planning on going with a double tank or more of a melee-heavy comp. We got the Rhaegar hover coming in, which makes a lot of sense from the side of LP. Rhaegar, one of the only strong healers left in the meta after you get rid of Uther. Ariel still a good combo, but has to be comboed with a good Hope battery. So, you know, that kind of limits your drafting style a little bit. You have to be cognizant of what's going on there. Stukov is totally allowed. Ravon, no problems there. Everybody should be available by this point. I think it's just an amateur tournament, so I think we can pretty much release things by Sunday, since they've been, you know, released all the way back the Tuesday before. But we'll have to see if either of these teams want to prioritize Stukov. He's pretty good in the sustained healing, but he's very susceptible to CC. So already on the side of Senior Citizen Discount, they've got to worry about the Anubarak stuns, the Malfurion roots. So I'm not sure if Stukov would be the best choice for them here. They are going to go Muradin. So they did have that double frontline planned, and they are going to go with the Stukov. So we'll have to see how that works out for them. He's very good at area denial. So that's really the big thing with Stukov that you have to worry about, is the fact that at any point he could throw down that silence when you're trying to rotate through to one of these shrines, and your team can instantly not be able to get any of their casts off at all. They got to get out of that zone. Got to try and get an interrupt on Stukov to get him to stop doing that circle of silence. But the big thing for him is the sustained healing. He's able to keep his team alive over a long period of time. His big weakness, though, is he's not very good at directing his heals in a particular direction. It's mostly controlled by his teammates being able to spread it, but at the end of the day, you only have that bio kill switch every... I want to say it's the cooldown is 15 seconds. Very high cooldown. So not great burst damage on the side of... Or not great burst healing on the side of Stukov, but a lot of utility. So we're going to see Thrall and Arthas coming out. Very frontline heavy for the side of LP here. They are looking to be able to control these shrines, get in, and brawl with the side of Senior Citizen Discount. That's going to be their goal for this one, it looks like, with the double frontline. Double roots as well, so they've got a ton of CC to be able to answer to this Stukov on the other side. Looking forward to seeing how that works out for them. Last pick coming in here for Senior Citizen Discount. We'll have to see what exactly they want to do at this point. We've got a couple of options. Definitely could look at another range damage dealer. Looks like their solo lane right now is going to be Dahaka, so that's probably what we're going to end up seeing from them.
Here we go again.
For that solo lane. And so it's going to be Chromie. They're looking to be able to get the burst damage out and throw it on over all of these frontliners to be able to get to that backline Gul'dan and the Malfurion. So very interesting pickup there. It does give a good opportunity for the two frontliners, Muradin and Greymane, to be able to get good finishing picks if Chromie's able to chunk them down. So I do like that pick in general. I think that's something that could end up working out for him here. Overall, I really like the draft of both of these teams, though. They both got solid ideas about how they want to try to control this map. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if the intimidation factor of having a Masters Division player, Masters Division team going against a Junior Division team, the side of LP pretty new to the game here, whereas Senior Citizen Discount, as you would expect. More seasoned veterans of the game, but we are loading in
Heroes,
and we do have both of these teams ready to go this morning. Easy Sunday morning hots. We've got Senior Citizen Discount is going to be your blue team on the right side of the screen. It's going to be Rock Modern Life is going to be playing that Muradin. Ragnarok on the Dahaka. Coffee going to be playing the Greymane. Conjagoon going to be playing the Stukov. And Ravan is going to be on the Chromie.
5,
On the
4,
right,
3,
LP.
2,
Scyther
1.
going to be playing the Thrall, the
Unleash
Pie
the
Maker,
dragon's
team captain
wrath.
on the Arthas. Macabo is going to be playing the Malfurion. Potato. Potato? Potato on the Anubarak. And it's going to be Eat More Hufu. Going to be playing the Gul'dan. Right away, both teams heading on into WrestleMania. Poking back and forth at each other. We do see the Root coming out with the Anubarak dive in, but not quite enough to catch him out. And I do think both of these teams are going to end up backing away. Good poke damage coming out, though, from the side of Senior Citizen Discount so far.
The ancient shrines await. Control them.
Right away, we do see the solo lanes going up to the top. Thrall getting poked down pretty low, though. He's going to have to rotate around the safe way to get out of that situation. Meanwhile, on back in the mid. We do see the rotation starting, but Anubarak getting caught a little far out here, and he's going to get poked down. Good solid poke from Ravon as well on that Chromie, getting a lot of damage out on the Malfurion. As we do see the shrines beginning to activate.
Activate the shrines and the dragon's power.
We will see the rotation from Senior Citizen Discount to the bot lane start off here. They're going to go ahead and pick up that shrine, but they get Chromie caught out a little bit there. Gonna have to back up and get some heals from Stukov before they can do much, but it is going to be a blue Dragon Knight going over to the side of Senior Citizen Discount. They get those rotations in. Very early Dragon Knight. Less than 2 minutes in at this point, and he's going to start beating down that middle area. No kills so far, but Gul'dan maybe trying to play life a little dangerously here. Chromie trying to get through to be able to get that job done on first kill. The silence coming down as the Pie Maker doing everything he can to try and defend down here. The rotation coming up to the Dragon Knight, who has gotten that mid wall and about a level lead at this point for the side of Senior Citizen Discount. Skyther trying to do what he can up here to keep this at bay, but they are starting to push in the top as well with that Tahaka. The rotation down to mid, and the bot lane is now under siege from this Dragon Knight as well. The kick not going to be able to get through the wall, and the counter engage coming in from Potato. He gets in there, gets a nice stun on a few members. They get the roots down onto Coffee, and they're getting the damage out. But Stukov, that sustained healing, doing work in this bottom lane. So front walls have been under siege here in pretty much every lane. But again, Potato looking to go 1v1 versus Coffee. Not exactly the hero you want to end up going against that Greymane in the bot lane. But getting very low here. Gets the cocktail out just for a little added pressure. But the cavalry has arrived to push this wave back. But nice job of soaking here for the side of Senior Citizen Discount. They are getting massive discounts on XP so far this game. And they've gotten it a bit faster so far than LP. Dwarf toss out here by Rock Modern Life as he needs to give himself a chance to get some heals with that third wind talent at 1. Getting some extra healing as soon as he steps out. Comes right back in, but the collapse, and that's going to be first blood going over to LP as they catch Chromie out in the rotation. Thought she was safe behind those bushes, but Potato collapsing in 4 members, able to get that first kill, and now they're going to turn their sights on this bot lane. They go down, they go ahead and get this get the siege camp down, and all of a sudden they are going to be able to get a little bit of free siege onto the bottom lane here as these shrines start to activate. Chromie is back though. Ravon coming back towards that bottom lane. Ragnarok still doing a very nice job dominating this top lane so far. Definitely winning in the solo lane. But we do have another engagement coming here in the bot. The Pie Maker taking a ton of poke damage from Ravon. The return of Chromie is real, and the poke continues here. They are able to own this bottom shrine for the moment. But right now, the side of Senior Citizen Discount looking much healthier. They do get the snipe kill onto the Malfurion. They'll also take down 2 more. That's going to be a 3-for-0 exchange for the side of Senior Citizen Discount. And even though they lose first blood, they are winning it when it counts. And Ragnarok is prepared to try and take this Dragon Knight. Skyther not going to be able to get in there to get that interrupt. And that is going to be the second Dragon Knight of the game going over to Senior Citizen Discount. We just see the... we see the time loop coming out onto Gul'dan, and that's going to be another pick in the bottom lane here. Getting a little too deep trying to defend that fort. But that's going to be a lot of siege damage coming out in this bot lane. We do see the 3-man rotation coming in, but without Gul'dan, I don't think they really have the damage to push out. They're trying to defend. Level 10s here though for the side of Senior Citizen Discount. The poke coming out. Potato going to learn the hard way that E can be dangerous, and ends up going down to the collapse. That's going to be a fort going down in the top and in the bottom. 2-level lead here, almost a 3-level lead actually coming out here for the side of Senior Citizen Discount, as they've collapsed in both of these lanes, and they're going to be looking to get more. The Dragon Knight, with a couple seconds left, gets in, gets the fire down on that that mid lane bunch of minions there. I see Chi-Chain coming down on Rock Modern Life, but not quite enough damage to follow it up. Chromie in a very precarious position out here in the bush. Potato recognizing it, wanting to go in, but all 5 members waiting in the bushes for Senior Citizen Discount, and a wise disengage there by LP, realizing they did not have the 10s yet. Could not really hope to contest at this point. Siege Camp stolen here in the bottom lane for the side of Senior Citizen Discount, as they are able to push in here and get some free siege once again. Potato this time using that E for the disengage to be able to get through, get back to safety. They are going to go ahead and rotate up and grab their Bruiser Camp, though, before the side of Senior Citizen Discount can hope to grab that. A lot of damage coming out here from Eat More Hufu. Getting coffee poked down pretty low. Cursed Bullet coming out, though, on Potato. Maybe a little warning to not come too far out. But level 10s have been achieved here for the side of LP. Earthquake coming out from the Thrall. So we are going to see them trying to trap them in the slow. And the huge rotation coming out here onto Ragnarok, even throwing out the Horrify. Maybe not needed. Earthquake, Horrify, but they do get the pick. Nothing wrong with that. Second kill of the game going out to LP, and a good timing for it too, as Shrines are now activating. 10 seconds until Dahaka going to be coming back into this one.
Activate the shrines.
And they're going to be able to get this top shrine, but level 13 right around the corner for the side of Senior Citizen Discount. Right now looking to go ahead and play safe, scout around, figure out where their opponents are. They're looking to get 13 and collapse on this top, though. Looks like they're even going to go ahead and leave Coffee. They're going to leave somebody down here to try to cap the mid. Ravon, actually, and getting a little bit iffy in there. But the collapse comes down onto the Pie Maker. The Cursed Bullet chunking him down, and the rotation is here as they come in. And the Tranquility not going to be enough to save him as he gets time looped, but dies before the time loop. The push in for Potato. And there is the rotation power of an experienced team like Senior Citizen Discount, as they dedicate 5 to the top. They get the numbers, they get the picks, and now they're going to go ahead and score themselves their 3rd Dragon Knight of the game. Tough position here for LP. They are going to have to try to soak to catch up and level. Still about a full 2 levels behind at this point, and it's probably going to end up becoming more as they lose this mid fort. The Dragon Knight is here, is starting to get a lot of damage out on it. The return damage coming in from Eat More Food, but it gets poked down hugely by Chromie there. Ton of poke damage, going to force the tap. Thank you very much for the host-ish, I appreciate it. And we do see them start to push in here into the mid lane. They are going to get that front wall, and extending their experience lead at this point is the side of Senior Citizen Discount, and they push into this bottom lane as well. They're going to be able to get 2 front wall keeps, or keep front walls, I should say. That's going to be a good solid start for them. Still about 20 seconds on the Dragon Knight. Are they looking for more? They're definitely looking for picks here as the Cursed Bullet comes out onto Potato, and the poke coming in from Ravon yet again, getting the damage down to be able to finish off 2. We're also seeing the time loop onto Skyther. He is able to walk out of that situation, but they are focusing on this keep. They're getting a ton of damage laid down on it. And again, the poke is real. The Tranquility, not quite enough to keep Mokubo up. Trying to keep himself alive here. Ooh, but walks into the huge damage from Chromie. Hard to tell exactly where that was going, but Ravon is on it right now, hitting on all cylinders as they have this 4-level lead. They get the first keep of the game. They're going to go ahead and back up, start getting the camps, start taking advantages elsewhere on the map. Not getting too greedy as the death timer is still pretty low here in the early game. Level 13 right around the corner for the side of LP. However, already down that 16 talent tier. They get to 13, and they get a little bit of zoning here onto Ragnarok, but the turn is real. The cursed bullet coming out on Potato, it's going to be enough to take him down. They're trying to get the return kill here onto Ragnarok, but just the adaptation, too much healing, too many health bars, and they're going to be punished for stepping out here, trying to get those picks. And the poke damage is real from Senior Citizen Discount right now as they start to put their focus in onto this second keep here, this mid keep. I'm going to go ahead and rotate up and steal the camp while they're at it. Getting pressure on all lanes now. LP going to have to back out and clear this bottom lane. They've got a catapult and siege giants to worry about. The shrines are coming up as well. So a few members of the side of Senior Citizen Discount hitting those B buttons, getting back, getting ready for the next brawl. We got another camp they can take in the bottom lane. Shrines are activating. Dahaka's in position for that. And this is the kind of rotations you see from a really experienced team. They are prepared to grab all of these. Chromie going to actually grab the bottom one. They'll send somebody for that dragon. Could be Dahaka. Could be a few different people. Side of LP looking to just clear at this point. They know they don't have the 16. They don't want to get caught out, but they are going to actually rotate to try and defend this mid. And they are going to find a Ragnarok in the bushes here. But the silence comes down. A huge silence from the side of from Stukov there, from Gonjagoon to start this off. They are able to get the pick out on a Nubarak as they split the team a little bit. And the chase is on the cursed bullet coming out onto the Pie Maker, chunking him down. Oh, the time loop on to Malfurion. He gets completely annihilated. And they are going to be looking to get this keep. They could possibly be looking to end. That timer is still kind of low at this point in the game. But they are going in on the Pie Maker. He gets stunned. Actually kind of interrupts the Chromie combo there. But they are starting to turn onto the core. Skyther is back at this point. Also coming back is Gul'dan. Igor Ufu doing what he can to try and force them away. He doesn't have Horrify, but they get the pick on Muradin. And they are going to successfully deter Senior Citizen Discount at this point. A good start for them. They needed something to be able to come back here. They needed some kills, but there is unfortunately some bad news. The Dragon Knight has been picked up by Ragnarok. He went ahead and got back to do that, and that could spell the end here for the side of LP. They are in peril here. They have all 5 members up, and there's no Muradin. However, this is a 14-minute Dragon Knight. It's not too incredibly strong, but it is going to chunk their core down. They're not going to be able to take it down in time, and that is going to be game 1 going over to the side of Senior Citizen Discount here on Dragonshire. Great map pick, I think, also for Senior Citizen Discount. They did a good job of rotating through, getting a lot of work done on those rotations. Oh yeah, you're right. How did that get up there? Thanks, Hero. Man. Okay, we're a little rusty. We're getting there. We're getting there. I was really impressed with the rotations. You know, they picked a very rotation-heavy map, did the side of Senior Citizen Discount, and they did a really good job of taking advantage of that. LP had some nice rotations in, too. They got some solid picks. Really good CC chains in a few of those instances to get the picks that they did end up getting. But, you know, eventually on Dragonshire, you end up getting behind. You can't rotate to get those objectives. And before you know it, it's a GG. Ravone doing a really nice job of poking Coffee with some excellent cursed bullets to chunk down the enemy team. Did a really good job of putting that all together. We're going to be going on to game 2 here. It is going to be map pick for the side of LP. I'll have to see what they want to go ahead and choose here. Get this lobby ready for you guys. But again, these two teams are they signed up for different divisions. I think the ranks are pretty far apart at this point. Pretty new team here, LP, coming together, being willing to stand up against these guys. I thought they actually played pretty well in the early game. They did have good solid rotations, but you could see a couple of mismatches. In the top lane, I felt like Dehaka really dominated in that solo lane, which was partially just because of the hero matchup, but you could also see some solid drags there by the Dehaka, by Ragnarok. Plus, just solid team comp, solid coordination from the side of Senior Citizen Discount. Just in general, doing a really nice job of playing to their strengths of their comp, the sustain that they have. And a lot more healing numbers. You can't argue with the healing numbers of Stukov right now. He's got a lot of heals to be able to throw out. It looks like we're going to be going to Braxis Holdout for game number 2, so that should be quite a lot of fun here. Let me go ahead and get this started up for these boys. Oh, looks like Ragnarok's making the lobby. Ragnarok and roll, baby. I have to practice this name a few times before I get it. La Patisserie? Patisserie? I think it's La Patisserie, if I had to guess. Yeah. It sounds French, so I'm probably just not pronouncing it right at all. I think LP is probably the safe way to go. It's going to make everybody think that I'm just casting a lumbar puncture over and over again, though. Yes, I watch a lot of doctor shows. Give me a break. But, thank you, everyone, for joining us. Our inaugural event here for the Easy Sunday Morning Hots League. Not a whole lot of not a big turnout. I was hoping to get at least 8 for us to run an official tournament. We only got 2 teams. That's okay. We're still going to play it. We're still going to keep running these events every Sunday morning. So if you've got a team, if you want something fun to do on your Sunday mornings for Hots, you can just come right on in. Everybody's welcome. Let's see. All right, it looks like we are heading on in to the draft. Game number 2 between these two teams. It's going to be first pick, first ban going over to the side of Senior Citizen Discount. Braxis Holdout, you know, really one of those maps where you want to focus on the general concept of sustain. Sustained damage is really strong here. Sustained healing is really strong to be able to keep your team in lane and on those beacon points. Sustained tanks that are able to stay in the game for a long time, be able to really point control. You know, some of my favorite tanks to play with on this map are, you know, Muradin and Johanna. Johanna being able to sustain and take a lot of damage before she's got to back out, having also a pretty good disengage with the Iron Skin. Muradin being able to stay on that point for as long as humanly possible, having a good, strong disengage with Dwarf Toss, and the ability to just stay out of the fight for, you know, a few seconds and start getting that passive healing so he can jump right back in later. Just a couple of really strong examples here of how sustain can really work for you on this map. Right away, Anubarak going to be the ban out here for the side of Senior Citizen Discount. Not a huge shocker there. I felt like LP played that pretty well in the last game, so they're going to go ahead and put a noob as a higher priority. That's what you like to call the respect ban coming in. And it is going to be Malthael banned out on the other side. You talk about sustaining heroes. That's definitely one of them, but Genji going to get through. Genji incredibly strong on this map. Not only good sustained poke damage, but also the ability to rotate between these lanes. He can be capturing one beacon, use his trait to hop over the wall, dash over the other wall, piss the boss off on his way down, and suddenly he can be capturing the other, capturing that other point. So he's very, very strong on this map for the rotations, for the potential of ganks, and that's going to be Senior Citizen Discount prioritizing him very high here. Gul'dan and Dehaka coming out here. Gul'dan maybe a bit of a comfort pick here for the side of LP, but also Dehaka very strong in the solo lane, as we saw last game. LP liked what they saw from Ragnarok and Senior Citizen Discount with that hero last game, so they're gonna pick it up for themselves this game and go ahead and prioritize that. Gul'dan also really good sustained damage as well. He's got really solid wave clear, which is important here on Braxis, being able to clear out those Zerg waves. Stukov going to be prioritized yet again for Senior Citizen Discount. Not a big shocker. Stukov really, really good healing, and we do see the Muradin for that point control. Yeah, Hero. The thing about the English it's kind of a new thing with Twitch. It's something that I noticed when I was watching somebody else's stream. You have to just enable you have to accept when you go into the chat for English. I don't know if that's a setting that can be turned off in Twitch. I need to definitely look into that after this cast. But yeah, when you come into the chat, it prompts whether or not you want to speak English in the chat, because it only accepts English for some reason. I don't know why, but you just click yes and then you can chat. It's really weird, happening on my phone earlier. But the Chromie ban, the respect bans continue here. LP panning out the Chromie, not wanting to see that happen again. Meanwhile, Ariel's going to be the ban out, not allowing them to pair that with the Gul'dan. Gul'dan, a pretty solid hope generator. Ariel able to get a lot of AoE sustained heals, which is very, very good here on Braxis. Being able to heal on the point, getting those AoE heals out. Two picks coming out for LP here. You got a lot of options on the board. They've already got their solo lane. So at this point, they definitely want another healer. They probably want another frontline damage stealer or frontline tank.
Grant us strength.
And Malfurion coming out. A pretty solid healer.
Endure.
Interesting. So Zagara also going to be coming out for the side of LP. So now I really don't know who the solo laner is. Could be the Dahaka, but Zagara tends to be one of the strongest solo laners in the game. So they could put Zagara up there and then have Dahaka global for the rotation to be able to try to come up and gank. Also a good counter to the Genji gank as well, Dahaka being able to answer to that rotation really quickly with the global. Malfurion's heals not quite as strong as they used to be, but again, his wave clear is stronger than ever. So high priority coming out from LP on the Malfurion. We haven't seen a whole lot of that lately.
I bring pandemonium.
Ready to roll out.
And here comes Chen. Chen and Sergeant Hammer, two very interesting picks here from the side of Senior Citizen Discount, and rounding it all out with Artanis. A lot of heroes we don't really see a whole lot anymore, but we're looking for those 6/6 swaps in the bottom lane with that Artanis. Chen, also very, very good sustain damage, being able to get in and really control and bully on those points. Sergeant Hammer, not a bad map for Sergeant Hammer, but not exactly the healer I think that you want for Sergeant Hammer. But not a whole lot of focused damage, not a whole lot of burst damage to be able to deal with Ravon on that hammer. We'll have to see how that works out for them here. As we are loading in here on to the old Braxis holdout. Should be a lot of fun for both of these teams. Map pick of LP here as they're looking to tie up the series 1-1.
Facility powering up.
We're about to begin.
And we are loaded in here. Good luck, have funds are coming out. On the left, we have your blue team, Senior Citizen Discount, who, well, somehow these got a little bit off. Fix that real quick. Oh,
Systems online.
I'm never quite
10
on.
seconds.
Sorry, guys. Let me go ahead and fix that for you all real quick.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Gates
A little
open.
better.
Time for action.
All right, we are going to get these two teams introduced, though, I promise. Your blue team on the left is going to be Senior Citizen Discount. Coffee playing the Genji. Ravon going to be rocketed on the Sergeant Hammer this game. Rock Modern Life playing the Muradin. Gonjagoon again on the Stukov. And Chen going to be playing by Ragnarok in that top lane. Meanwhile, huge dive in here. Coffee getting in there. We get the kill on Malfurion. But on the right, we do have La Pastorie. That's my best shot at it. I swear I'm trying, guys. Makobo is going to be playing Artanis. Eat More Hufu on the Gul'dan. Coming back is Pope Tato on the Malfurion. The two-man top lane here, the Pie Maker, going to be playing that Dahaka, and Skyther on the Zagara. Trying to own this top lane. They do get a good solid amount of damage and ammo out of this top lane, so clever rotation here early, but they are kind of suffering in the bottom lane here, as they don't quite have what they need to be able to deal with this Sergeant Hammer. So side of Senior Citizen Discount just kind of trading out in the bottom lane for now. They do eventually get the rotation in from Coffee here in the top, so they are able to eventually deal with this, but here comes the rotation from the Pie Maker. He tries to get in onto Ravon there, but the drag is interrupted by Rock Modern Life and that Stormbolt. They are able to get him very low, however. But many members of the side of LP also very low, so both teams having to back out at this point and give it another shot.
The beacons have activated.
Right away, the
Control them.
beacon's coming up.
Please let this
We
work.
do actually see the side of LP getting that. Okbo trying to hold it as long as possible, but might end up paying for it. Has to walk through the silence at this point. Huge body blocks coming out from Rock Modern Life, and Coffee even trying to go in to get the finishing blow, but is not quite able to secure the kill. You see the two-man in the top here, Skyther and the Piemaker. Two strong solo laners together equals infinitely good solo lane. Duo solo. You get what I'm trying to say. They're going to dominate that lane unless somebody answers to it. But we do see Coffee rotate on up and take that beacon. So we are going to get the beacon starting to charge here for the side of Senior Citizen Discount. But the two-man top lane here is coming back in as the Piemaker walking onto this point is going to be able to stop the charge at 48%, but they are losing in the bottom lane pretty dramatically here as Sergeant Hammer getting a lot of free siege damage. And actually another rotation, Eat More Hufu actually coming up to make sure they got that top lane secured. He's actually most of the damage that they'd be able to get out on Sergeant Hammer. And right now they are pretty much sacrificing this bottom fort to be able to hold that top lane. Kobo there, trying to do what he can to try and zone. They actually get a trade out here in the top lane. They almost get Ragnarok as well, but Genji falls along with the Dahaka. Could end up seeing a rotation here also to the bot lane to try and answer, but this bottom fort is going down, so I think Senior Citizen Discount just fine with that trade. Front wall going down in the top lane, however, so at this point both teams just kind of training out in their opposite lanes. Ragnarok going in though. Eat More Hufu able to turn around, get the life drain. Him and Skyther get the pick out on Chen. A little bit too hypey in that top lane. And now all of a sudden this is free siege. Or, well, maybe not so free. Coffee coming up with the rotation. Oh, they catch out Eat More Hufu. And the resets are on Coffee. Able to dash into Skyther as well. Not quite able to secure that kill. But the beacon actually captured in the bottom lane there by Makobo. A little bit of a charge. Able to be secured here by the side of LP. Piemaker trying to catch out Coffee, but the dash out is just in time. Kobo not quite able to reach on out to Ravon there to try and get the swap out. Piemaker, a lot of trouble here in the top. Silence coming out as well. Both beacons have been captured here as Chen rotated to the bottom after he came back up from that death. Is going to be able to secure the full 100% Zerg wave. 36% Zerg wave also coming out from LP though in the bottom, so that's going to be something that they're going to have to answer to as well. But after getting that bottom fort, they're definitely winning in that bottom lane. Swap from Makobo, not quite able to get to Ravon there. Now we do see the Zerg wave pushing in, this massive Zerg wave. There'll be a lot of trouble here. The wave clear potential is coming up though. The Gul'dan, most of that wave clear, actually flanking in from the bottom. Coffee gonna try and punish him for that a little bit. Actually gets turned on with that life drain. They're doing a nice job of clearing it out for the most part. They do have good wave clear. Oh, but the death of Artanis. Coffee getting in there, getting the reset started. And Eat More Hufu doing what he can to try and life drain to keep himself alive. That's going to enable Sergeant Hammer, though, to be able to siege up and really get some solid damage onto this front wall. And the dash in again from Coffee. Got to get the pick onto the Malfurion. It's a tough life when you're going up against good old Genji. Genji is really added a new element to the game with the ridiculous amount of sustain he's got. That swap coming out onto Rock Modern Life. Maybe dashing a little bit too far. This time is Coffee. They're on the chase here. Kobo not ready to let this go quite yet. Mounts up and he's on the run going after him. It's Chen also getting a lot of soak here in the bottom this entire time. Ragnarok doing a nice job of soaking the side lane. Ooh, huge bullet coming out there. Chunking down Eat More Hufu. Both forts down here so far, and a 2-level lead for the side of Senior Citizen Discount. They're looking pretty good in the second game. Potato in a ton of trouble here. Gonna be caught out, taken down by the divey two-man here in the bottom. Eatmore Hufu not learning from his fellow teammate's mistake. He's gonna go down as well. Reset onto that dash, able to dash back out his coffee. He's rolling around on this game like he owns the place. Let's be honest, it's Genji on Brax's holdout. He kind of does own the place. Stealing the bruiser camp here is the side of Senior Citizen Discount. Wisely backing away as LP. They realize they don't have 10 yet. You can go ahead and clear this up pretty easily with their wave clear. Trying to get 10 for this next beacon phase is LP, but the boss has been aggroed, and another amazing tool that Genji brings to the table is being able to shred the bosses with that reflect. As soon as he has that reflect up, he can aggro the boss, hit the reflect button, and just throw a lot of that damage back at that boss. You see camp captured here in the top, so they're gonna have these fire bats rolling into the top lane, but a little more impressive of a mechanical structure. Oh, the Pie Maker pushed out Kai Stukov there, and that's going to be a free pick there. Level 10s have arrived for the side of LP, but now they are down one, and on the chase here is the side of Senior Citizen Discount. First bullet coming out to Chunk, and they will end up getting Gul'dan as well here. Twilight Dream going to be able to silence many of the members, and they actually will not be able to really take very solid advantage of it. Coffee, on the other hand, gets in and gets the kills, but gets taken down by the tower. Nexus Forces OP. Meanwhile, the beacons have activated here. But that's really no concern of Senior Citizen Discount. They are looking to go ahead and just push in onto this top keep, aid the boss in the push. We do see the Maw coming out onto Ragnarok. Is able to isolate him to get him poked down pretty well. But Sergeant Hammer plus boss equals keep. It's going to be really close here. Kobe trying to take it down, and they are going to be able to take it down in time to defend the keep. However, beacons are activated, and the rotations are coming in from the side of Senior Citizen Discount to be able to grab these up. Level 13 also here. So another talent advantage for Senior Citizen Discount. Swap coming out onto Coffee, but he's able to dash out. However, we do see them at least be able to push him off this Pie Maker, though. So low is going to end up being taken down here. Huge bullet coming in. A blunt force gun, man. Getting work done here from the Hammer. Chunking down many members of LP. And then we got Coffee on the cleanup. He's looking for it. Still looking for where he might be able to get that in. We do see the Twilight Dream coming out. Is going to make it so the Coffee couldn't actually dash in to try and get any finishes. So that zoning Twilight. Meanwhile, 100 Zerg wave coming in through the bottom lane here. The March of the Zerg. As here they come onto this bottom keep. 3-level lead at the moment here for Senior Citizen Discount. Level 12 right around the corner. But it's going to be a bit until the side of LP has 13 and can really have the same talents to try and defend this. The front wall being chewed up right now by the Zerg wave and by the Sergeant Hammer. Senior Citizen Discount actually getting caught in a little bit here. Is Ragnarok off the swap, but Eatmore Hufu pushed back. So not a whole lot of damage to be able to follow up. And we do see Coffee getting into the back line, but after getting a couple of kills, is going to actually end up going down. Skyther using that Maw to try and zone for himself. Eatmore Hufu in a ton of trouble, though. Is going to end up making it back to the Hall of Storms, but the keep goes down, and they are going to be pushing in on the core here. Level 13 still a little bit out of reach. The Hammer is sieged up and doing his thing in the back. Not unlike with the Chromie play last game, just kind of enabled to sit back here and siege. We see the push coming out to be able to zone out the Artanis. Ragnarok in a little bit deep. He's going to have to kick his way on out. But now it's Artanis that ends up being caught out here. Going to have to back up. Oh, and we do see the Malfurion coming out with the Twilight as they try and get a pick on somebody, but 3 levels down. Just too much extra XP in here right now. We do see the swap coming out on a Rock Modern Life. The drag to follow it up. They are doing everything they can to try and get a pick. They pick up 13, but 16's come in on the other side, and this could be trouble. Coffee comes in with the resets, cleaning up, getting the 4 picks, and that could spell the end here for LP. In the top lane, they have a lot of stuff stacking up in that top lane. All 5 members are on the floor here, and that is going to be it. Game 2 and the series going over to Senior Citizen Discount. Your champions of the first ever Easy Sunday Morning HOTS tournament. Hey, you know, if you show up, if 2 teams show up and 1 wins, you know, they're the champion. It still counts. Still counts, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what anybody says. Again, really solid rotations, really solid team fighting coming out from Senior Citizen Discount. Also, a really good understanding, yet again, of what their comp is meant to do. They've got 2 really strong, sustaining frontliners that are good at point control, which is really good on this map. Genji with the awesome rotations. Stukov with really, really solid sustained heals. And most importantly, while you're worrying about all these elements of the front line and everything else, Sergeant Hammer is just able to siege up in the back and be pretty well safe. The only real counter that LP had to that was the dash in and swap to try and put Hammer out of position. But still, that's easier said than done with the front line zoning over on the side of Senior Citizen Discount. I will say that there was some solid strategy coming out in that early game. I really respected a lot of what LP tried to do in that early game of sending what I thought would be, you know, Zagara in the top. They actually send both of the classic solo laners to the top to try and just kind of trade out the advantage. I really liked that strategy coming out early, and they played it pretty well. You know, they didn't fall too far behind in the early game, only about a level, so they were able to push that top lane and control the beacons, control that beacon for a little while. But at the end of the day, superior rotations coming out from Senior Citizen Discount. Superior team fighting. That'll win it for you every time. And just great play there from Coffee on the Genji. It's so valuable right now in this meta for you to have a good Genji player to be able to clean up. The Dragon Blades were really on point. And again, not really having the healer that you'd like to have for Genji. But he still was able to get in there and get a lot of work done. Even in the fights that he ended up going down, he just gets so much damage before they were able to take him down that it was impossible to turn the team fights at that point. So I want to give a huge thank you to both of our teams for coming out. Sunday morning HOTS. This Easy Sunday Morning HOTS is going to be an every week kind of thing. We're going to be coming out and doing this every Sunday morning. So if your team would like to sign up, we got 3 different divisions that we're going to be playing. So hopefully if we get more teams, we don't have as many mismatches quite like this one, but we will be able to get a lot more even matches going on. It's not a single elimination tournament. It's a Swiss-style tournament. So, again, assuming that we have 8 to be able to run the tournament with, theoretically the teams will get more and more evenly matched as the tournament goes on. Only looking at 3 to 4 hours, I think, at the most, even if we do have a full 8-man tournament or more. The numbers would have to get pretty high for it to be any longer than that. And we'll also be keeping track of the points. So both of these teams this week earned points in their respective leagues. They'll be able to carry that on to the next week. At the end of each month, which not this month, but I should say at the end of every other month, we're going to be doing prizes. I'm not sure exactly what prizes those are going to be, but should be something good. We're going to look at getting some neat prizes in for you guys. Probably not monetary prizes. I want to keep it like an amateur league where there's no money on the line. It's more about having fun, but we'll give you some kind of cool banner or something we'll be able to make up that you guys can enjoy having. If I get enough funding, I might look at trophies. We'll have to see it. But definitely want to make sure that I also mentioned that we're going to be doing the highlight reels. So any of the big plays from the tournament, particularly the winners of the tournaments, we'll be doing highlight reels for the entire event. Also going to be posting all of the casted matches on YouTube, as well as the overall VOD that you guys can always find on Twitch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for coming out. It was a lot of fun. Absolutely, Ravon. It was a lot of fun to cast, as always. I don't get a whole lot of time to cast anymore because I'm playing in Chair League on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I have joined up with the casting crew for the HGC Open Divisions every other Monday night. So hoping tomorrow night I'm going to be able to pair up with Hero Physio to get some HGC casting in, so that should be a lot of fun. And then every morning we'll be back for more Sunday morning hots. And congratulations once again to our first ever Easy Sunday Morning Hots champions. And, sorry, a little distracted there. Senior citizen discount with that big championship win. Okay, it was only one match, but, you know, it still, like I said, it still counts. And we'll be back next Sunday with more fun, easy Sunday morning hots. See you guys later.